So I wanted to record a log for me here on where we are at currently in the business journey, plus some random thoughts. Yeah, like no structure at all. So first thing is currently we are doing 50k monthly, and I'm starting to hire new guys to help with this. And what I noticed is most business owners usually quit, especially the ones who have the least stress tolerance. I know a lot of big guys, big in terms of like audience, who eventually scaled it down because of the not inability to tolerate this stress. And usually the ones who stay are coming from rock bottom, in my opinion, because if you come from a moderate life where you grew up in a moderate environment, not super rich family but also not poor, usually there is not much drive to push forward. And it's, for me, for example, it's very hard to think about quitting something that makes like 50k a month or like more, because like this mostly comes from the childhood as well, right? I mean, for me specifically, in my childhood, my father used to work for like pennies in today's scale. Like he was not even making $500 a month, like less than that, and he would save $1.50 or like very small pennies here and there just to provide for the family. So that's where I come from. And now thinking that usually if a thought ever comes to me like that, which I won't deny, it comes sometimes, like instead of handling this stress, maybe we can scale it down, we can cut the employees and sell a bit less. But then, like, what keeps the drive in my case, and also in, I think, most guys' cases who come from a poor background, is like, imagine what my father would think if he was making 50k somehow. Like it was something he couldn't even imagine at that time when he was doing the work. Like, what would he think if he could make that much? He would do anything for the family to keep on working. I mean, he didn't even get that much, but he was still working overtime. He never took any day offs. He doesn't know what a day off is. Like, he was working 7 days a week, 30 days a month, 12 hours per day or more. And now here there is someone who makes 50k working 8 to 12 hours a day, and he can also take a day off once a week, and he's thinking about quitting, right? Doesn't make any sense in that context, but it makes sense in someone else's context who makes average wage, or his parents made average wage, and for them the pursuit in life is just happiness, like try to be happy, which is another topic, but like that, like people who are striving for happiness usually end up being the least happy, because if you pursue happiness, what that is, like usually instant dopamine, junk food, I don't know, smoking, drinking, parties, right? And that never leads to happiness. Like, what makes you even happier is to have a big goal, like whatever you're working towards, and make progress, live a raw life. And yeah, nothing beats a pure life, in my opinion, after being on both sides of thing. So that's that. And also that led me to another thought, which is, in most cases, average guys' situation, their families are gifting them a lot of things. I saw it also around me, like someone I know from the same high school, from the same university, their parents gift them the car to come to the university. Their parents gift them money for graduating with average degree, where I graduated with honors and never received any external gifts for that, let's say from parents, or I never got a car or house bought for me by my parents. Usually it's the opposite. I grew up and I started making a lot, and now I'm taking care of my parents, and I'm super happy for that actually. Like these guys who are getting gifts for no reason, like you just graduated from university with average grades and people are giving you money for that, or gifting you a car, or paying for your wedding. Where does it lead you as a man? Like you don't become a man that way. You shouldn't be, like you're not a bitch, right? Someone else shouldn't buy you things just because you exist. Like I'm very happy that I don't come from a place like that actually. I'm very happy that I came from a very poor background that taught me a lot of things, and now that I make this much, I understand the value of everything. And I think at this point I'm the actually richer than I will be in the future, because it also led me to the realization that nothing is forever. Like I lost a lot of people as well in my life, friends at my age who died at war, or relatives and so on. And what I realized is like whatever I have right now is probably the richest I am. I have my parents with me, which is the most important. My mom, my dad, they are still with me physically, which also leads me to spending more time with them and not be always focused on the business. Of course, this is majority of what takes my time, but I also understand that that's not all that there is in life, right? And same, like I have a lot of great friends. A lot of people don't have friends at all, or if you listen to business gurus, some of them I admire for business only, like Alex Hermosi. Like I listen a lot of advice from him on business context, but not on personal level, because their advice might be like drop your friends so you can grow more, or don't visit your family so you can put more hours into work. I don't agree with that, totally like disagree. So yeah, as I said, random thoughts, which leads me to another random thought, which is you shouldn't have idols in your life. Like I see also guys who make these guys their, like they are fanboys of Hermosi, of someone, let's say Mangaji, or some other guys. You should never make someone your idol. Like there are things they say which is correct, but there are things they say that doesn't make sense at all. You shouldn't agree with everything. Make your own mind, and you should judge things with your perspective, not based on what someone else says and whatever he says is correct. So yeah, in that regard, like I think I'm the richest person at this moment. In the future, I know I will lose a lot of people, which is sad, but that's that's life, right? So I think I'm the richest at this point, which is also why I spend time with my family as much as possible, with my friends, with my relatives, because it's not forever, and you should understand that, and not only pursue the goals. It's great to have goals, like as I said, it's better than pursuing happiness. So you shouldn't strive to be happy, you should have big goals and work towards this, but the destination is not the most important things. It's way important to enjoy the process of leveling up, getting there. Now we are at 50k. Yeah, my next goal is to get to 60k, 100k by the end of the year. But still, you should enjoy the process. Make sure you live in the moment with the people that are around you, which won't be forever. Yeah, that's I guess what I wanted to share, which is like kind of, there is always the balance you need to have. You can go on one extreme and be Hermosi, like only care about what you're gonna achieve in business goals and nothing about the family, right? Although in the recent years I see the shift as well, that he's having a kid and so on, but yeah, I don't want to talk shit about anyone, but I didn't agree with that even before he was prioritizing personal life. And I think he could have spent, for example, time with his mom when she was alive. Instead of pursuing all these business goals, you won't regret that ever, right? So on one extreme you have that, and on other extreme is you have the guys who pursue happiness, which is also doesn't lead you to a good place. So you should always try to find the right balance between these two, whilst still having like big goals to work towards, but still also being present with the people around you. Yeah, just a personal log for me, like audit log to look back at. This is my channel where I document getting to 7 figures, getting to 8 figures and beyond. So yeah, currently we're at 50k per month, and I'm the richest man on planet Earth, let's say, in my opinion.